So ladies and gentlemen, our next segment as we dive in, it's designed to set the stage for the dynamic sessions that are in store for today. And of course, to join Mr. Vohra on stage, I'd like to call on Dr. Apoorva Ranjan Sharma, President-elect TiE Mumbai. So please welcome Dr. Sharma with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Arvindji, for a very engaging start. Um, I think we started this in a small way with the Angel Summit yesterday, which was extremely well received and is a testament to the fact that while the startup activity is happening across the country, Mumbai has a very, very, very important role to play in that. Because ultimately, startups have to grow, they have to start solving problems at scale. For a country of India's size, for job creation, for whatever social objectives you might have, it's very important that startups scale, they get growth capital, they go public, the public participates in that, creates wealth, and the whole virtuous cycle continues. And this cycle can go on for decades and take India to the 2047 vision, which has been set by a Prime Minister and just articulated by Arvindji. So over the course of the day today, we are going to use that position of Mumbai and bring out all aspects of what is required for these companies and startups to go to the next stage. As was articulated in one of the conversations yesterday, there are three kinds of resources which are needed by these companies. There are obviously physical resources, infrastructure, human resources, talent. So a place has to be very conducive for talent to come, and financial resources. For the kind of work which has to be done in India over the next 10 years, the capital has to be very, very, very deep, very thoughtful, and in very clear priority areas, some of which were articulated, like whether it is AI or semiconductors or deep technology areas like space tech, we have to do that. So on behalf of all the board members of TiE Mumbai, Board of Trustees, all our charter members who've been able to join us from 20 plus cities from across the country and also from outside India, a very warm welcome. I hope you are able to get the most out of the sessions today, and of course, very open to the feedback as it comes. I'll request the President-elect Apoorva ji to say a few words.
Thank you, Ranu. Very quickly, you must be thinking, what is DhandaFirst? Yesterday, Mr. Mohandas Pai said, India can create companies like NVIDIA, they can create companies like Google, they can create companies like OpenAI, but then you need capital. Who will give capital? There are about 10 crore demand accounts in India, close to that. I remember last numbers. They're investing heavily into stock markets. In the last 3 years, there is a significant, close to 1 billion was invested by family offices and large ticket investors from the stock markets into the startups. The trend is all set. Yesterday, we heard close to 500 million was invested in the early stages by angels in 2020, and last year around 170 million. But do you know the size of US economy where it's close to $209 billion investments every year, last year, that is 2024, into the startups. We're talking about creating 1,000 unicorns in India. That's possible only when you have at least 5 billion, because out of 209 billion in US, 50 billion is going to the early stages into the companies. That is 5 billion should be invested in early stages, and that's possible only and only when you have people from stock market and large family offices cutting checks in the early stages to the companies. Only then it's possible. And this initiative of ours, TiE Mumbai, of just nothing but recognizing that fact, and also it's a small initiative to trigger that effect and to bring the focus of the startups economy of India towards getting these large ticket investors into the early stages in stock market, from the stock markets to the startups. That's our small initiative to establish that. I stop here. You have a whole day. You will meet a lot of people today, a lot of dignitaries, even a lot of accomplished stock market investors also coming today. You have an opportunity to meet them. And you have a lot of ready companies for pre-IPO coming here today. So you'll have a lot of learnings today. I stop here. Thank you. All the best for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a louder round of applause, please, for Mr. Ranu Vohra and Dr. Apoorva Ranjan Sharma.